To the federal election now, where North Queensland was the coalition's focus today, with commitments to the Great Barrier Reef and a new stadium. Labor was spruiking its NBN plan, saying it will double the number of premises connected to high-speed broadband over the next 6 years. Political editor Chris Uhlmann.
Today as well.
If this sounds familiar,
Labor's plan to build a national broadband network that Australia needs for the jobs of the future.
it's because you first heard it 8 years and 3 elections ago.
We will build a state-of-the-art, fibre optic to the node, national broadband network.
That $4.7 billion pledge morphed into a $44 billion plan to get fibre to homes. By the time Labor left office in 2013, $6.5 billion had been spent and 154,000 premises could get the service. But the coalition's broadband journey has had its own speed bumps.
If you're going to get me into a technical argument, I'm going to lose it, Kerry, because I'm not a tech head.
The Abbott government recast the network during the 2013 election, promising fibre to the node and pre-existing copper to the home.
As Tony has said, our commitment is to deliver very fast broadband to all Australians sooner, cheaper and more affordably.
The aim was a $30 billion network to reach everyone by the end of 2016. Now, 2.5 million people can access the service, but the rollout will cost up to $56 billion and won't be finished until 2020.
They give one job to Malcolm, be in charge of the NBN. We just can't get it right.
Releasing its latest broadband plan, Labor claims it can reboot fibre to the home, finish the job by 2022 and cap the cost at $57 billion.
We will not give the Australian people a second-class technology.
But ambitions have been trimmed. Only 39% of homes and businesses will get fibre, and Labor will adopt technologies it once ridiculed.
We will look at how we can improve on the existing system. But what we're not going to do is go back to the start.
We've seen another example today of shortonomics, which, as you know, is distinguished by being very short on economics.
Very romantic.
Today, the coalition committed $1 billion from an existing fund to protect the Great Barrier Reef by improving water quality.
It's a major challenge and it requires major investment to address.
And the last 5 weeks of this campaign were just an investment on the main game, which begins tomorrow when the pre-poll centres open and the first ballots are cast. Chris Uhlmann, ABC News, Canberra.
For more on the coalition's reef announcement, let's go live to reporter Alison Horn. Alison, what's been the reaction from Queensland?
Well, Karina, $1 billion is considered a significant investment by the coalition, but the concern for groups across Queensland is that a large part of this funding will be available only as concessional loans. So, for example, for farmers, for local government groups who want to use this funding to protect the reef, they'll get it as a loan which will then need to be paid back to the government. The state's peak agricultural body, AgForce, says that's a model that's not popular with producers.
They could very well be utilised by some farmers, but we always say, what's the driver for people wanting to go down that path?
The fact is the reef needs a lifeline, not a mortgage.